To conclude this lesson, let's talk about data type configuration. Why data types are important. They are important because they provide you with important context on the type of information that are communicated back and forth between your APIs and and the users of your APIs. Number two, depending on the family of data types that are being communicated, you may get additional findings and incidents. So creating and identifying appropriate data types is important. Okay. And of course, you like to answer questions such as why my data type does not appear in my inventory for this specific API when I know it is present. It should be present. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take you to the inventory. I'm going to take you under APIs. And of course, there is a separate data type section that gives you a breakdown of the different data types that have been detected, where they have been detected, was it a request, a response, how many of these requests and responses they have been identified under, and so on. Okay. But I'm interested under APIs because it will be here that I will be able to see the different data types and the families of data types that these data types belong to. For example, here's the different data types, and some of these data types belong under PII, personal identifiable information, or sensitive data, and so on. Okay. All right. So how can you configure all that? Settings, as always. I'm going to show you the permission that you require. I'm going to go under roles. I'm going to edit the role, and it's under inventory settings. And of course, it's called data types. And this gives you access to the data types page. Okay, so I'm going to cancel. I'm going to go under data types. You already have a good chunk of out of the box data types. Okay, so you can come in here and you can start creating your own, or you can modify some of the existing ones, and so on. Okay. Uh, and again, what you can change is pretty much if I select one of these, you can change the regular expression, you can add tags, you can remove tags, you can set them as sensitive or forbidden. And again, sensitive or forbidden, these are important data type tags or families of data types. Why? Because these also, in addition to be able to organize your data types, they also control whether you will be able to trigger additional findings, okay? Posture findings. Okay. As you can see in the description, no name will trigger posture findings for unauthenticated APIs returning sensitive data. No name will trigger posture findings for APIs returning forbidden data. Okay. And again, if your data type is marked as forbidden, why would you want to return it? Right? Why would you want to return it? Anyhow. All right. So I'm going to cancel this, and I'm going to try to answer the question of why my data type is not present, right, in my inventory. A couple of things. Number one, maybe the regular expression is not properly defined. Okay? In which case, you need to correct the regular expression. Okay? If you're not familiar with regular expressions, go to regex101.com, I believe. Is it com? Yes, it is. Right? You can come in here and you can start adding a regular expression, right? And then inserting a string in order to identify whether there's a match or not, right? And I'm going to go back to my data types, and I'm going to edit one of these, and I'm going to grab this regular expression, okay? And I'm going to go back to regex, and I'm going to paste it in here. The good thing about sites like regex 101 is that in addition for you to be able to test something, they also provide you with an explanation and also with a quick reference of how regular expressions work. Okay. In this particular case, it says access matches the character access literally, and it's case sensitive. Dot matches any character except for line terminators, and question mark makes the previous token optional, right? Between 0 and 1 times, that's optional, right? That's optional. Okay. So that means that if I come in here and I say access token, well, that's a match, right? Why? Because that middle symbol, it's optional. Okay, so that's a match. If I type capital A access token, that's not a match. Why? Because these are case sensitive. They're not insensitive. Okay. But I can go ahead and say access token or access hyphen token, right? Or access underscore token, just to give you an idea how regular expressions work, in case you don't know, right? If you don't know, learn them, guys. It's important. And by the way, you grab your regular expression like I did for the access token, you paste it in regex 101, and you start testing with examples. And how would you be able to find actual examples from your API? Go to the audit, go to the traffic audit, set up your filter so that you're able to capture traffic, live traffic. Then grab it, paste it in regex, and see whether there's a match. Right? I'm not saying paste the whole thing because you may have some information in your API that you do not like to share. So just copy the relevant portion and verify whether everything works. So that's one of the things I will be doing, right? Test whether my regular expression is actually correct. The second thing you may want to try is, again, make sure that the data that you could that correspond to your data type are part of the actual request, right? APIs don't have to communicate everything, right? API may have information that are optional. Maybe that field that matches your data type or that piece of information that matches your data type is not present in your API. Traffic that you receive, it may not be present. If it's not present, well, the data type is not going to be recognized. It's not going to be identified, right? Maybe the traffic that is arriving from the traffic source, maybe it's an error, right? Which means that we don't record that information that is in error for the most part. Okay, so keep an open mind when you are trying to answer the question why the data type does not appear. And again, you can capture again a traffic audit, capture 100 or so requests, and try to see whether your data, that piece of information, is present. Okay, traffic audit is going to save you a good chunk of time when you try to debug something. Okay, especially if that relates to incoming traffic. Okay, and with this, we have concluded this recording.